Arts and Sciences, Arts and Humanities session. My name is Natalie Ambrose. I am a recruitment person. So, communication specialist is just a fancy term for I do recruitment, and I specialize in the arts and humanities majors. I have formal training in this area, so I really like advocating for my arts homies. So, this is what it looks like in the arts and humanities majors within the College of Arts and Sciences. We have American Studies, which is an interdisciplinary major. We have art, and you can focus on art history, or you can focus on studio art, or you could do art in graphic design. We also have a degree called Arts Administration, English, French, German, history. We have a degree called Multidisciplinary Studies, which you can take two majors and put them together in one degree, which is really fun. We offer music in the way of music industry, music education, and music performance, and this is for either vocal or instrumental. We offer philosophy, Spanish, and theater. So, for our arts and humanities majors, you'll see everything listed there, and then we also offer some options. So, I want to tell you about our majors. Remember, if you want to get to know who we are as an academic college, the best way to do that is through our website, cas.okstate.edu. And remember, CAS stands for the College of Arts and Sciences. We also have a really great website, which is going to kind of rehash everything that was offered in junior day. And so that link at the bottom, this is a great screenshot to take. So that link at the bottom is our junior day page. So anything that we talk about is going to be also offered on that page. So they'll have a really great amount of resources for you. Again, one of my colleagues named Courtney Willis, who is an academic advisor for the College of Arts and Sciences, she is helping work the chat today. We are so glad to have her on board for the team. So this is where you can kind of get to know who's helping you today and who you're asking questions to. All right, so let's dive right in. If you are interested in studying visual arts at Oklahoma State University, you will do that through the Department of Art, Art History, and Graphic Design. Now, when we talk about art, we talk about it in the way of each of these degrees is offered as either a BA, or you'll see a couple of those degrees have a BFA track. So BA stands for Bachelor of Arts, and it has a core language component, or the BFA stands for Bachelor of Fine Arts. And think of that as a very conservatory approach to your education. It's a deep dive into that one thing that you're studying. So with graphic design, that is only offered as a BFA, and it involves a bit of an application process. Or studio art is offered as either a BA or a BFA, and then art history is also offered as just a BA. Now, with art, you need to learn to be a visual communicator. So if you go into studio art, you can choose a focus area. So that might be ceramics or jewelry and metalwork design. That might be drawing and painting or oil painting or sculpture. There are lots of ways that you can focus. So you can even choose photography. Photography is a really great way also to help out your graphic design skills. So if you want to be a visual communicator, but you're like, I don't really draw that well, graphic design is a great degree for you. These folks are designing anything from posters and print materials over to motion design. So that's the early underpinnings of animation. And they're also doing interaction design. So they design the pretty parts or maybe the visuals of a website or a mobile app. And then art history is a really great way to look at how has art morphed across time and how has culture and art worked together to reflect one another. So those are our three different ways that you can study in the way of visual arts at Oklahoma State University. Our newer degree, which is housed in the theater department, is called Arts Administration. It's offered as a BA degree, and Arts Administration is for those who want to advocate for the arts, but more on the business side. So you're going to learn things like communications, marketing, finance, front of house management. This is the ticketing office. And when tours come through, you're working with some of the tour managers and producers. So very much this is the business and financial side of the arts industry. With arts administration, you can choose 4 different areas of focus. You can focus on theater, you can focus on dance, you can focus on art history, or you can focus on studio art or new works of art. So that is our arts administration degree. We also offer a good amount of options if you want to study English. For any students who had that in high school and found that they really loved it, it's a great degree here at Oklahoma State University. You're going to get a strong writing skill set in no matter which option you choose. So the options that we offer in English are just the BA degree. So that's a general English degree. It works really well if you wanted to do a double major because you have some flexibility in your elective hours. We also offer a creative writing option. We offer a professional writing option, which is a really great focus if you want to go into the publishing industry. Finally, we offer screen studies. This is like film theory. It's not necessarily film production, but more like film theory. And then finally, if you wanted to do English as a pre-law option, that's a really great way to get you to law school. So one of the main skill sets that you're going to learn if you're an English major is a strong writing skill set. So that is our Department of English. Now we move along to languages and literatures. Within the arts and humanities, this is very important because every BA degree or Bachelor of Arts degree has a core language component. And so each student is going to have a chance to learn a language in some way. If you'd like to major in languages, then we have three different options. We offer language majors for French, German, and Spanish. But if you'd like to choose language as a minor, we offer lots of options. We offer French, German, and Spanish, but we also offer ASL, which stands for American Sign Language. We offer Russian, Greek, Latin, Arabic is a new one that we offer. We offer Chinese as well as professional Chinese, which has more of a focus on Mandarin rather than Cantonese. And then finally, we offer Japanese. So within languages and literatures, you're learning the language, but you're also learning the entire culture and the people group. So this is a great way to immersively understand the language, the people, and the culture. It's also a really great way to study abroad if you've ever considered that as a possibility. Moving right along, we offer history at Oklahoma State University, and our Department of History is doing lots of really cool work. We offer the options of the History BA. Remember, that's going to give you a really great amount of flexibility in your elective hours, so you could double major with something. We also offer it as a Business Essentials option. This is going to get you set up to do maybe the early MBA, which stands for Masters of Business Administration. You're going to get to take classes that are going to offer you things like accounting, budgeting, finance, payroll, communications management. But this is where you can use a history degree to get you to an early Masters of Business Administration program. Sometimes you'll hear that called a 4+1 or an early MBA. So that's that business essentials option for history. It's really helpful if you ever wanted to own your own business someday or understand what it's like on the management side. We also offer a pre-law option for history, and this is a really great way to study history and go to law school. So that is our Department of History. Now, as we move right along, one of my favorite departments or schools to tell students about is the Greenwood School of Music. And because of a very generous donation from Michael and Ann Greenwood, we offer a state-of-the-art, brand new facility within our School of Music. This is for students who want to either study music in the way of performance or theory and composition, whether it's vocal or instrumental. So here are the options for music majors. You can choose the BA and maybe have a good amount of flexibility to double major with something else. You can also choose the option of doing vocal performance as a Bachelor of Music. So you'll see that that's different as a BM designation. We also offer music by the way of instrumental performance or keyboard performance. And the final Bachelor of Music option that we offer is music education. And this is where you get your certification to teach music or band in the classroom. The final option that we offer if you want to study music is a newer degree option. It's called Music Industry. It's also something different because it's offered as a Bachelor of Science degree. Makes it a one-of-a-kind degree within the arts and humanities. A Bachelor of Science degree has a core math component. So you're going to be taking classes in accounting, finance. You're going to understand how to do the business side of the music industry. And so this is where you can also choose maybe to do a more contemporary instrument like electric guitar or maybe percussion for a band that might go on tour. And so this is less of a classical approach. You're also going to get a good amount of understanding of audio engineering. So this is where music industry is a newer degree. It's a more contemporary approach, and we're really excited about this program. I mentioned that we have brand new facilities, and you see them right there in front of you. The McKnight Center for the Performing Arts is on the screen, and it is really gorgeous. This is a kind of a partnership with Oklahoma State University. They are their own organization, but they're partnering with any of our performing arts folks. So the School of Music, the Department of Theater, all of our performances are able to kind of work with this facility, and it's really beautiful. In its inaugural performance, the New York Philharmonic came, and they loved it so much that they asked to come back. The New York Philharmonic rarely asks to go anywhere. So you need to know that this is top of the line, state of the art facilities. On the back of the McKnight Center for the Performing Arts, on the south end of that facility, is the Michael and Ann Greenwood School of Music. It's so new that it just opened like last week, and it's really amazing. These facilities are one of the best that we can offer within this region and possibly within the country, because we're giving students a brand new approach to studying, rehearsing, and understanding their art form. So think about, especially for like music industry students, the recording studio that you will work in is very nice. And so there will be no gaps when you move into the professional industry because of these facilities. So just know that our music students are being able to take advantage of brand new facilities within the Michael and Ann Greenwood School of Music. Now, as we roll right along, one of our humanities majors is called philosophy. Philosophy is where we study kind of the big questions of humanity. We also offer the OSU ethics team, which is a really great team to kind of ask big questions of society and culture and weigh out morality and what should we do. So if you would really like to study philosophy, you can do it in the following ways. You can choose philosophy as a BA, but you can also do a pre-law option. It's a really great way to get you to law school, or you could choose an option for pre-ministry. If you'd ever thought about going to seminary, it's going to prepare you for that. So that is our Department of Philosophy. As we roll right along, we offer a Department of Theater, which has quite a few hands-on options for students. Students can either focus on performance or design and technology in this BA degree. The great part about it is it also works really well with the arts administration degree. I believe the theater faculty say we call it show business, not show. And so you're understanding the theater side as well as the business side and working together with those. You get lots of hands-on time with this degree. And so it also, as a BA, works really well with minors like music composition and theory, applied music performance, arts administration, dance. All of these performing arts work really well together. Their logo and their mission statement is "You belong in OSU theater," so anyone can participate in the arts, but especially in theater, they are welcoming in new students who want to produce and be the next theater makers of our future. Students oftentimes say that they really enjoyed their college experience because they got involved. At Oklahoma State University, we have over 500 student organizations, and within the College of Arts and Sciences, there are over 80. So think about ways that you can get plugged in, either by student government, philanthropy, ethnic groups, religious groups, intramural sports, but also academic interest groups. And if you don't find what you're interested in, you can always start your own. That's actually how our Mandarin Chinese club got started, which is really cool. Any student on our campus can participate in the arts, and you don't have to be a major or a minor. If you're interested in participating in music outside of a major or a minor, a most common experience would be Cowboy Marching Band or OSU Chorale for vocalists. If you want to find out more, you can just go to music.okstate.edu. If you've really worked on theater and you want to keep those skills sharp, or if you've never done theater and you want to try something new, then you can always choose to go to theater.okstate.edu to find out how you can get involved today. Students, as juniors, you have another year of preparing for college, and we recommend that you take a look at our Cowboy Concurrent online classes. This is a completely online program where you can get pre-college credit as OSU students, but it's different than AP classes because these are actual classes at Oklahoma State University. It's a great way to get acclimated to online education and to get some things checked off the list before you're actually here. For Oklahoma high school seniors, you are able to take advantage of this program at no cost to you as the student, thanks to a very generous waiver. For juniors, the rate is right there, so it's looking about $400. And then for out-of-state students, it's $300 per credit hour, or think about it as $900 for a 3 credit hour course. So that helps you to know how that fits into your pre-college experience and how you might even be able to take a step in the faster direction than maybe some other students. All right, so here's what next steps look like. We want you to visit campus. It's a really gorgeous campus. So, by way of either that virtual tour or an in person tour, we would love to see you on campus in some way. Then you'll make an academic appointment. That's where you can weigh out some options on what you want to study, how that pairs with minors, what resources are available to you, and things like that. Then you'll apply to Oklahoma State University. And remember that full application is your scholarship application. Make sure that you declare a major within the College of Arts and Sciences. And we've talked about all the arts and humanities majors. That also makes you eligible for scholarship money college wide. We want you to connect with us across the team of 3 people. I want to make sure that you see this as an open door of communication. We are more than happy to set up maybe a one-on-one appointment with you via Zoom, or if you'd like to come to campus. So that link at the bottom is a really great one to screenshot or write down real quick, because that is a form that will get you paired with one-on-one. So if you're an arts and humanities interest, then you'll get to be with me and we would love to talk to you more. If you come to campus, we'd love to see you in Life Sciences East 205, which is the recruitment office. You'll come in, I'll put my mask on, we'll do big smiles, and then we'll talk about what may be a program that fits you for the best. Just a reminder, you heard about the arts and humanities majors, but if you have an interest that might be in a different academic pillar, just know that someone within the College of Arts and Sciences would like to connect with you. So within the social sciences, that would be Lana Freshley. She has formal training in that area and she focuses on those majors. And then if it's in the math and science area, it would be Carla Gutierrez, and she has formal training in that area and focuses on those majors. So please feel free to reach out to us. You can screenshot this link or write down our contact information. Again, we would love to connect with you. Okay, so we're going to pause. Don't log out just yet. I would like to show you the possibilities for what it looks like in the way of maybe asking some questions or finding out more about our programs. So if you have questions, we offer an academic advisor here with you today. Her name is Courtney Willis. So please don't be afraid to ask those questions either through the chat, or you can turn your mic on and ask out loud. But I also want to give you a chance to ask questions about the student experience. This is a great time to do that. So Courtney Noisette, I want to introduce you as one of our CAS ambassadors. Courtney is a current student on campus. Courtney, do you mind talking a little bit about your student experience and then offering students a chance to ask you some questions?
Yeah, hi y'all. Like she said, I'm Courtney Nizette. I'm majoring in theater with an emphasis on performance, and then I have a minor in dance. So I kind of started out just joining everything when I first started. So I auditioned my fall semester and I was cast. So it's a really great opportunity. I even worked with someone that's like a secretary in Morrill Hall. So I was working with adults that had graduated from OSU to students that weren't even in my major. And it was a really wonderful experience. And during my time here, I've been a College of Arts and Science ambassador. I've worked with our institutional diversity as an ambassador. And then currently I've reinstated our Alpha Psi Omega chapter, which is a national honors theater society. So yeah, if you ever want to just start orgs or just go for it, this is the place. All of our professors really invest in you. So I just advise you just to go for it, honestly.
Awesome. Thank you, Courtney. Courtney, what are your plans after graduation?
My plans are to attend the grad school or get my MFA in theater education. I aspire to do film and theater acting as well, but I really want to work with children and nonprofits. So.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Courtney. Students, if you have any questions, this is a great time to drop that in the chat or to turn your mic on and ask quick questions. Anyone have any questions? All right, we've got a couple that are rolling in the chat. Let's see here. Yes, I will put up the last slide for the Honors College. So just a second on that last one. And then classes to take if you're majoring in graphic design. So thanks, Monica, for that question. Real quick, that class, kind of that structure is very regimented because remember, that's a BFA track. And so with that in mind, you take in your first year, you take like drawing 1 and 2. And with that in mind, they give an idea of maybe your skill set. And so with that, skill set, then you'll apply at the end of your freshman year to get into the BFA program. So drawing 1 and 2 are your first. Courtney has dropped the course catalog link in the chat, so feel free to grab that, and that's going to show you exactly what classes you'll take and when you'll take them. All right, Lainey says, what kinds of MFA programs does OSU offer for after graduation? I plan on going into English, getting an MFA in creative writing, great, and I'd like to prepare as much as possible. Awesome, Lainey. We offer master's programs for an MFA in English. However, you don't have to go to OSU. You can, but we offer MFA programs in lots of different areas. As a Tier 1 research university, you're going to find master's programs that will take you all the way up to the PhD level in some departments. All right, we've got good questions rolling in. Let me see if I can catch up a little bit. All right. Courtney Willis, do you mind dropping the course catalog for studio art out? Thank you so much. Annie, take a look for that to drop into the chat. Joey said, class sizes for art, interested in graphic design. Huge lectures or more with studio art would have one-on-one talks with the professor. That's a great question. So something that you need to know about many of our arts and humanities classes, especially in the arts, whether it's visual or performing, we have small class sizes once you get into your major focus areas. So for studio art, they don't want huge classes because they do want that one-on-one time with students. So you'll know that it's going to be much smaller in size. Many of those classes will cap upwards of 15 to 20 people. So don't feel like that you're going to be one of huge numbers. Now, obviously in your freshman year, when you're taking those general education classes, you might be in a very large survey course or an intro course. And so those are university wide. But once you get into your major classes, they get much smaller. And so yes, please expect that you will get to have one-on-one feedback time with your professors, and that mentorship relationship with student and faculty is really important. Great question, Joey. All right, Brett is asking about double majoring in history and education, even though they're not in the same section. So that is something that I usually refer out to advisors. Courtney, would you like to maybe field that question quickly? What's your kind of overview response on that?
Yeah, so I just typed in the chat, depending on your goals. So Brett, if you're wanting to be a middle school or high school teacher who teaches social studies or history, you may want to look at secondary education social studies, just because they have it all set up for you where you go ahead and take those classes in history, government, a little bit of econ, X, Y, and Z. And along the way, you take those classes for teacher certification. My husband actually got his degree in secondary education social studies at OSU. That's where we met. And he is now a middle school teacher for social studies. So I know a lot about that degree. I was a history major at OSU, so we kind of bonded over that. But you may want to look at that. But if you're still trying to figure out, do I want to do that? I really have a love for history, maybe thinking about teaching, but I don't know. Come to us during orientation. We definitely help you. You don't have to have everything figured out. We are the ones to kind of, sit down with you all and help you all kind of process what your goals and stuff are. And if it's not with us, it's totally fine. We get you into the right school or the right degree and with the right people.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Courtney. And she's right. We want to make sure that you are in a program that serves you the best. So if that's not with CAS, we offer 130 different degrees, but even if it's not with us, we want to make sure that it's a program that fits you best. Okay, Jay is asking about music industry as a producer. Yes, that's exactly the degree that you'll want to do if you want to go into anything on the producing, audio engineering, or business side of music. So I would choose that music industry Bachelor of Science degree. All right. Any questions here? History major for Zoe. Would a history major and a minor in language work well? I'm actually going to pitch that again over to Courtney Willis. She knows those degree sheets really well. Courtney, what are your thoughts on that?
Yes. So again, I was a history major at OSU, so it has a special place in my heart. With the history major, as Natalie said, it is a Bachelor of Arts degree, which means you have to take at least 3 semesters of a foreign language. So that's like French 1, French 2, and intermediate French, right? No matter how many years of foreign language you had in high school, you still have to take at least 3 semesters of a foreign language with the Bachelor of Arts. So if you're thinking about minoring in a language, it works out perfectly, especially if you were like me, starting at the very beginning in Spanish 1, you already have to take those classes. And so you only have probably about, depending, maybe 15 more hours. So maybe just a few more classes to get that minor. So it really does help set you out really, really well to minor in something. And you have plenty of room to do that within the history degree as well, Zoe.
Perfect. Thank you, Courtney. All right, just to make sure that everyone is able to get over to the Honors College session, you're going to go back to your event agenda. I don't offer that link, but if you go back to your event agenda, then it should have the Honors College session. If you are needing that, I know I saw something that came through the chat. If you're needing that, then we can totally get you connected. All right. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you'd like to do the Honors College session, this is a great time to log out and log into that link. And then if you need help, please stay behind and we would be happy to help you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.